What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my experience installing the RSI Smart Cap, the installation of it, and my general 24-hour initial review of the Smart Cap. So let's dive right in. Purchased this Smart Cap through a distributor in the United States. It came out of Michigan and it shipped down to Truck and Car Concept here in Tallahassee. They are an authorized dealer of Smart Cap. Free shipping to an authorized dealer, but buyer beware, there's a handling fee. Now, Truck and Car Concept kind of whined and complained a little bit about this to me and kind of preferenced me about this handling fee, and didn't really make it a great experience from a consumer as far as, you know, getting your excited Smart Cap, then going to your authorized dealer, it says free shipping, and then boom, you get hit with a handling fee. And they charged me $100 for it, and frankly, I think that should be charged to RSI, not to the consumer, or at least disclose it to the consumer. So I do have a gripe with that. So that was the initial experience here, and that's here in Tallahassee at Truck and Car Concept. So there will be a $100 handling fee if you guys order this for your vehicle. May expect that. You should expect that when you go pick it up. Now let's talk about the pickup. They have a forklift for this box. It's two boxes. One is a roof panel box and one is a bigger box with the 4 side panels in it, and that box is approximately 70 inches long. Well, if you have a 5'8" truck bed such as myself, then you'll have to have the tailgate down in order to accommodate that box. So they lowered it on a forklift, or they raised it on a forklift. I had the tailgate down, and then I had to ratchet strap the box into the back of the bed. So you will have to do that too if you decide to install this yourself. So got the cap here and immediately noticed a couple of dents, and I had a decision to make. Do I proceed with installing the cap, hoping that the metal will flatten out as screws are tightened and washers are clamped, or do I return it and go through the freaking hassle of packaging it all back in these cardboard boxes? And I'll show you down here, guys. These were, I mean, who wants to do that? Who wants to put all the pieces back into those cardboard boxes? No one. And so that was my dilemma, was do I go and repackage it, or do I just continue with this install and try to make it work? And so I made it work. The roof was dented. I'll show you up here on the top. Right there. One of the rails here wasn't glued down to the roof as well, but once you put your bolts and washers from the underside in, it cinched that down just fine. And so it was just crappy, you know, as someone who spent this amount of money on the $4,300 on this cap, you know, you want to be out of the box immaculate. Outside of the dents, or the bending, I should say, the finish is really nice, and it still is really nice, and I'm very pleased with that. The locks, the windows, the gas struts, very happy with that out of the box, but not happy with the dents that the roof panel had. So yeah, there's my qualm there. Assembly time total, my dad and I did this together, 3 hours. We initially started out on a table right there, and we were going to try to make our lives easier by putting it on the table and doing the assembly together. But frankly, you need your leverage. You need your leverage and body weight to get some of these panels in. If you notice the RSI how-to video on YouTube, the guys have it on the floor with moving blankets down. So that's what we ended up doing, was moving everything down to the ground and installing it on the floor. Another thing in that video on YouTube from RSI that they made was, as they're assembling the side pieces to the roof panel, they're using their fist as a hammer to gently tap in the side panel into the roof. That's crap. That is complete crap. Your hand cannot hammer in these panels into the roof panel. I mean, it's a very snug and tight fit. I mean, that was the most time-consuming part, was getting these side panels into the roof panel. Here's just a shot real quick of the fit and finish of how nicely it came together against the back of the truck. So keep that in mind. It's a bunch of crap when they were like using their hands to bump in the panels. No, you really got to put some elbow grease into it. They make that video seem so breezy and simple. It's not. So 3 hours total, and I would say my expertise in like assembly and building stuff is pretty good. I've done tonneau covers. This is my first cap, but yeah, I'm not like an amateur like handyman. I mean, I know what I'm doing here, and so the pieces being bent made it very challenging at times. We had to work around, and then just kind of working the metal together. It's tedious. All right, so that's my tip. Install it on the ground. Don't use a table because you won't have enough leverage. And then the video for RSI is not very comprehensive, so I would definitely recommend reading the manual and make sure you have a good afternoon to put this together. All right, so let's talk about the fit and finish. All right, this sits about 200 pounds. Okay, you definitely need 4 guys to lift it off the ground and then hoist it over the bed and set it down nicely. I think the curves and the angles of this cap really flows nicely with this Silverado. This is a 2020 Chevy Silverado Z71 crew cab. And when you're looking from the front at my truck, you can really hardly notice that the cap is on. It doesn't peek over the roof line at all. There we go. It's very subtle. And I'm pleased with that. I mean, it really follows the contours of the truck quite nicely. And look at that, great angle there. I mean, you can hardly tell a cap is on. So in that regard, I like it. RSI forgot to pack the wiring harness for this rear taillight, and the authorized dealer, Truck and Car Concept, said that they're notorious for leaving out the wiring harness for the taillight. So I got to go back to the authorized dealer. They have a couple in stock. They won't charge me, and they said they'd give it to me for free. But come on, RSI, again, when you're spending over $4,000 on a smart cap or any kind of cap, that's unacceptable. Like, come on now, step up your game. That's a lot of money, and a consumer shouldn't have to go back to the dealer to get a wiring harness. So your quality control at RSI needs to be better than that. All right, I'm getting off my high horse there. Sorry, I'm just venting a little bit through this video. The windows and locks, guys, work fantastic. This window here, it slides halfway or full way open. These locks here with just a simple click work great. And then just simply pull a little bit up, and the gas struts work so nicely as it comes out. So, and that goes for all of them. I'll show you on this too. Again, just a simple push here, pops out. Over here, pops out, and then you can grab this handle here, and then boom. I mean, it just opens up so nicely. And then might as well show you this other side here. And then you grab this, and it pulls on out. So this is a cool look. This is what it looks like with everything out and open. And that's why I love this cap, is because you have so much accessibility into your bed from this side, over there, and over there. I wish the hole for the back tail light and the dome lights was a little bit larger. All right, so right there is a prefabricated hole for the tail light and the dome light, which is great. I like that they thought of that because that gives you illumination inside your bed. However, if you look closely there, the white lights left and right of the red light are still longer, are still wider than the prefabricated hole that that RSI cut out. So I feel like RSI should have gotten the specs more accurate from Chevy of the dimensions of that rear light, and then cut a wider area in their metal for that exact reason. That's just a critique. Come on, let's go. Again, spending $4,000 on a unit, or $4,300 on a unit, I want the fit and finish to be better than that. So, I hope, you know, that's just my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, dislike the video. All right, so let's talk about the visibility of the rear view window. When you're sitting in your passenger seat, or I'm sorry, driver's seat, and you're looking at your rear view window, your visibility is reduced by 60%, I would say. That window right there is quite smaller than the back rear view mirror. And that's just normal. That's what you're gonna experience with a truck cap, period. Don't get a truck cap if you're not expecting your visibility to diminish. And I accept that, that's fine. What I do like a lot about these windows is that they are tinted quite nicely for privacy. So if you can kind of visualize here, we have somewhat of a view of my truck bed, and then boom, it's a reflection and you can kind of see inside now the visibility. So I think from that standpoint, it was nicely done from a tinted window standpoint. All right, the stainless steel black finish is very nice, very smooth. I think it's great, beautiful. I asked for a whited powder coat finish, a white powder coat finish to match the truck, but they said that because of COVID, manufacturing is behind, and that special request like that, they can't accommodate. So whatever, I think it looks good on the truck. I'm not complaining. Last but not least, my miles per gallon. You know, I was wondering what this cap, it weighs about 200 pounds, how it was going to affect my MPG. In the city with this Duramax diesel, it's a 3-liter. I was about 21, 22, and now I'm at 20. So I lost about 1 to 2 miles per gallon having this RSI truck cap on the back of my bed. I know fiberglass caps are heavier, so I can live with that. I'm okay with that. If you guys are shopping this cap, it's 700 pounds is the static load capacity on the roof, and then 300 pounds dynamic, so it is strong enough for a rooftop tent and overlanding if you are into that. And let's show you the roof real quick. There is the positive pressure air vent thingy. I don't know the science behind it. I've watched people try to explain it. I don't understand, but air goes into that vent there, and there's a filter, and it prevents dust and whatnot getting into your truck cab. Great, you know, that's cool. I do like that there's built-in rails here. This is a dummy. This is a toolie rack that I had on my old truck, and I'm gonna try to figure out a way to mount it here without buying the RSI load rails. I don't know how to do that quite yet. If you have any ideas, please comment below. It looks like this is a T-lock rail system, and then this is a T-lock rail system. So again, not sure how I can do that, but that's gonna look really sweet once I have a bar there and a bar there, and I can load kayaks and gear and lumber on top of that. So let me review my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. But outside of that, I like the cap. No, I don't think it's worth the money, but I bought it anyways. And oh, here we go. One thing I want to show you guys is that the tailgate and the fit and finish of how nicely this shuts is very good. The latches feel really nice and secure. But one thing that you cannot do is, like, you cannot open your tailgate now because it's closed. Like, you have to, like, I'll show you. So you push the button here, the tailgate doesn't open. So you actually have to open the front here, open this, and then if you push your tailgate button, then your tailgate opens up. So just an extra step. It's a bit annoying, but life isn't perfect. Get over it. This is my bed slide that I built. It's on my other channel. It's coming in nicely, coming in handy. I basically built this in anticipation of this cap because now it's gonna be even more difficult to reach things in the back. But actually with those windows opened up, I mean, it really does give you quite good access all into the bed of your truck. That's how the cap is secured, guys, right there. It has 3 clamps on one side, and it comes with padding on the underside and the top side to protect the finish and really give it a nice secure feel, and then 3 clamps on this side. Now the Tacomas and the other smaller mid-size trucks, they have like stands that go into the corner, but the Silverado and the full-size trucks, they have C-clamps, which is great. Really simple. And then here's the tail light. So once I get the wiring harness, I'll be able to plug in from here, go into the tail light from here, and then it's a pigtail. So boom, 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 like 2 plug and plays, and then it's done. And then this LED tail light here should work. I'm really curious how this is gonna hold up. It does seem a little cheap, but it's a tail light. I mean, how expensive can you get with a tail light, and how nice can you get with a tail light? I don't know. So we'll see how the fit and finish is on that little tail light right there. But overall, I hope this review was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. Close everything up, give it a nice lock down here. Lock down here. Hold on. RSI Smart Cap. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, it just fits the curvature of the vehicle really nicely. It's a sleek cap. I'll give them that. It is a sleek, good-looking cap. Just trying to you know, kind of weigh the pros and cons of a fiberglass ARE cap or a Lear cap versus this cap, and I think, you know, I'm happy with my decision with the stainless steel Smart Cap. thanks guys for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.